3, 1.
Whoa. Good morning, New Canaan High School.
I'm Danielle O'Malley.
And I'm Andrew Mank, coming to you live from the NCTV studio.
Today is Wednesday, February 12th in a day D.
I'm super excited. We're already halfway through the week and break is right around the corner. Wait, Danielle, are you going anywhere for break?
Well, Andrew, I am. I'm very happy to get back to skiing this break. I'm super excited for it.
Whoa. Before we get ahead of ourselves, we have some news to cover. On today's show, we'll feature the collaborative concert from last night, the most recent current release, Black History Month, the girls track team winning FCX, and much more.
That sounds like a lot, but before all that, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we get into news around the school, as you all probably know, February break is right around the corner. So let's go over the schedule. After today, we only have one school day, and then on Valentine's Day, this Friday, our break starts. But it's only for students as staff has a professional learning day. Following that, everyone has off the rest of the week, and we will finally return on the 24th, giving us 10 full days of a much-needed break. Whether you're going somewhere for vacation or sticking around, I think we can all agree that it'll be pretty nice to get some extra rest and spend time with friends and family.
I think I speak for everyone when I say I can't wait for February break. With Valentine's Day almost here, NCTV's Catherine Evans wanted to find out what students look for in someone and what turns them off. I can't wait to see what responses you guys gave. Let's turn it over to Catherine.
Hey guys, since Valentine's Day is coming up, I'm going to be going around the school asking you guys what you look for in someone and what you find as an ick. Let's go. What do you look for in someone?
Personality.
Okay, and what's an ick?
Being on their phone too much.
Perfect, thank you. What do you look for in someone?
Someone who's athletic and kind. Someone who's like funny and athletic.
And then what's an ick?
Someone who plays video games too much. Someone who's like self-centered.
Personality. Somebody has to have a lot of personality for me to find them attractive. Conformism. If somebody is really like going with the crowd and not being their self at all, no, it's not for me.
Money.
Okay, and then what's an ick?
No money.
Someone who's smart, kind, and positive.
And then what's an ick?
Probably someone who doesn't like care about others and doesn't like try to be them best selves.
Aura.
And what's an ick?
Too clingy, too clingy.
What do you look for in someone?
If they're funny!
And what's an ick?
If they have annoying friends.
Very understanding.
And what's an ick?
Too loud.
Seems like you guys definitely have some strong opinions. I hope you have a great Valentine's Day and a great break. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Catherine. You guys really have particular taste. If you guys show any of these icks, make sure to fix them because Valentine's Day is soon approaching.
The color drop truck has officially arrived. Parked outside of Saks, this Chevy Colorado, valued at $41,000, could be yours. All you have to do is buy a golf ball to enter the raffle, and you will be eligible to win this and over 20 other prizes. On March 22nd at 10 a.m., a helicopter will drop hundreds of golf balls over a target at Waveney Park. And if your golf ball is closest to that target, you could be a lucky winner. All proceeds from the raffle will go to need-based college scholarships for NCHS graduates. Be sure to enter because this is a super fun event and the money goes towards a great cause. Each ball costs $100 and can be purchased at nccolordrop.ourraffle.org.
Okay, juniors, your junior parent college meetings are coming up and will be held in your counselor's office. Keep an eye for your email for important details. This meeting is designed to help juniors explore their options for college, including potential fields of study or even deciding if college is the right path for them. Ms. Pocha will send out an email to both students and parents soon, so be sure to check your schedules and set aside time for your meeting. In addition, a letter will be sent home with further information. Many of you may already know that you have met with your counselor, but these meetings will be held through April, so everyone should have plenty of time to sign up and participate.
Last night, the annual collaborative music concert took place in the auditorium. The theme this year was A Night of the Movies, which featured many different songs from favorite movies like Frozen, Wicked, Titanic, James Bond, The Incredibles, Pink Panther, as well as some pieces by Adele and Frank Sinatra. Choir and music teachers Leo Fix, Sarah Gleason, and Barry Zhao have been preparing for this concert that features over 140 of our talented high school musicians. NCTV streamed the concert, so if you weren't able to attend in person, be sure to rewatch it on our YouTube at NCTV 78.
If you haven't noticed, the NCHS Courant is finally out with their first issue of the year. After a semester-long hiatus of posting digital-only content, a printed newspaper is back. Grab a copy and read about a special artist from the school, take a walk down memory lane with some fall sport champions, and visit the Museum of Courant Archives to learn more about the variety of other work published this year. The Courant staff did an amazing job and put together a great-looking issue under the leadership of this year's editors-in-chief, Ryan Bollinger, Lily Bradley, Alessandra Goss, Amy Mang, Danielle O'Malley, Talia Scher, and Donovan West. If you haven't done so already, make sure to grab a copy from one of the Courant newsstands around the school. I really enjoyed reading it, and congratulations, Danielle, and to the staff for a great newspaper.
Thank you, Andrew. I'm glad you enjoyed it. In other news, students should have received their course recommendations for the 2025-2026 school year. You should have already filled out a form for the courses you plan on taking next year. Your teacher put in recommendations for what they believe are the best suited courses for you. If you didn't get recommended for a class you want to take next year, make sure to talk to your counselor or teacher about completing the appeal process. To see your course recommendations, log into the PowerSchool portal on your computer, not your phone, and click the Class Registration tab on the left side of your screen. Please be sure to fill out the courses soon because you will need to meet with your counselor to go over your choices.
On the topic of teacher recommendations, something else teachers can recommend students for is who they believe is deserving of the Student of the Month. Several students get chosen for each grade, and the results are finally in for this month. So congrats to freshmen Elizabeth Carlin and Luca Jones, sophomores Victor Ding, Oscar Goldegger, and Sarah Sukane, juniors Parker Ivazai, Isabel Kelly, Gray Matthews, and Harlow Munoz, and seniors Sebastian Saradakis and Sophie Walter. Congratulations to those selected students. You guys deserve it. Keep up the great work and continue to inspire those around you with your dedication and positive attitude.
As you all know, February is Black History Month, and we would like to take a moment to highlight an influential African American. Callie House, born in 1861 in Tennessee, was a former enslaved woman who became an advocate for African American rights. Miss House is known for trying to secure pensions for slaves who were freed following the 13th Amendment. She also co-founded the National Ex-Slave Mutual Relief, Bounty, and Pension Association, which was one of the first organizations founded to obtain pensions for former slaves. While Miss House's attempts were unsuccessful, her legacy still lives on. Her actions also laid the groundwork for future generations to fight for reparations and greater recognition of African Americans' contributions to this country.
Here's something for all of the spring sport athletes. Spring sports officially begin next month on March 22nd, and all athletes must be registered before this date. The only exception for this are baseball pitchers and catchers who report a week earlier on March 15th. With this, you will need to make sure that you get your physical done if you haven't already, because you will be unable to play without it. Preseason schedules vary by sport, so be sure to check with your coach for specific details. Once registered, athletes will receive an invitation to join the Sports U app for their sport, where coaches will share important updates including preseason and tryout information. Good luck to all of our spring athletes, and be sure to register now. Don't wait until the last minute.
Wow, the spring season will be here before you know it. But our winter athletes are still hard at work at the tail end of their seasons. And for more on that, we have John Frieders in front of the camera today. John?
Thanks, Danielle, and you're right. Although temperatures have been below freezing outside, our Rams athletes have been scorching hot. I'm John Frieders, and this is your Rams Sports Report. Boys indoor track went into FCX with a chip on their shoulders after placing second at the FCX Eastern Division, losing to Darien by just 20 points. Unfortunately, sicknesses and injuries severely limited the team's placement, resulting in a 12th place finish at FCX. Captains Ryan Bollinger and Rob Frangione scored the bulk of the points. Bollinger took 5th in the 1,000 and 6th in the mile, and Frangione scored 3rd in the pole vault. 4x4 relay team tacked on 2 points as well, finishing in 5th. Boys are hoping for a better meet at states this weekend. After dominating the FCAC Eastern Division Championships and successfully defending their title, the girls went into the FCAC Championship meet with high hopes. The girls shattered their own expectations and took home first place in the meet for the first time since 2001. Star seniors Charlotte Moore and Lauren Smith paved the way to this victory, with Charlotte taking gold individually in the 1,000 and 3,200. She was also a leg in the first place 4x8 team. Out of 71 points that the New Canaan team scored, Charlotte scored a whopping 30. But that's not all. Lauren won the shot put along with the 6th place finish in the pole vault. We caught up with these girls to reflect on the journey to this win along with the road ahead. Congratulations on the FCAC Championship, girls. And for that, you are our Rams of the Week. If you want to nominate a future Ram of the Week, email us at nctv78@gmail.com. Girls look forward to states this weekend, so good luck, girls. Boys basketball has been on fire these last few weeks, currently sitting with a record of 11-5. In their last 2 games, the boys have picked up big wins over both Bridgeport Central and St. Joe's, propelling the team into 5th place of the FCAC standings. In the recent victories, the boys have been led by juniors Henry Chandra, who leads the team in scoring and has helped the boys get to the most successful start in years. For that game against St. Joe's, NCTV's Ryan Bell spoke with Chandra about the success of the Rams this year and the cohesion of the team.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of attention to detail with us. We have a lot of leaders this year, 6 captains, obviously. So, they're keeping us in line and making sure everything goes smoothly, really locking in on plays and sets. And defensively, we've been great, and I think that's helped us a ton. Yeah, I mean, everyone's kind of there for each other. We all pick each other up and stay as a team. So, one guy's having an off night, we've got 4 other guys waiting there on the court to go get theirs. And everyone picks each other up and keeps us going, which helps us win games.
The boys have a big game tomorrow night against Trumbull. It's also senior night, and the game will be broadcasted on NCTV, so if you can't make it, make sure to show your support for the boys. Good luck, boys. Girls basketball is looking strong on a hot streak, looking to make it to the FCAC tournament. After handling Bridgeport Central, the girls suffered a tough loss last night in an important game against St. Joe's. NCTV's Maddie Almernisi caught up with head coach Kim Palmer before the game to talk about the team's recent success in their performances.
And I would say for a total of our varsity team, we have 15 players, and at one point, one of those players has stepped up. And it started with our seniors. So it's been in the race for either the 7th or 8th spot in the FCAC. And we know that the next couple games are really big ones. Seniors last year set a really good foundation for our seniors this year, and we want to continue to get to that next level.
Right now, the team is in a 4-way tie for the 6th seed in the FCAC tournament, but have a big opportunity when they travel to Trumbull tomorrow. So good luck, girls. Boys wrestling has been on a hot streak of late and currently sit at 18-4 overall with a 4-3 record in the FCAC, placing them at 8th going into this week's FCAC tournament. On Monday, they faced off against Norwalk and scored a huge win with a score of 61-16, thanks to the great performances by Dylan Mastriani, who won the Brookfield tournament and finished 5-0 this week. Dylan had two pins, 2 tech fails, and a major decision against a 10th ranked kid in the entire state. With momentum on their side, the team is looking to make a strong push into the postseason run. Boys FCAC run begins Friday at 4:30 and continues at 10 a.m. on Saturday, so good luck, boys. With FCACs and states fast approaching, boys hockey has not laid off the gas pedal, remaining unbeaten at 16-0-1 and ranked number 1 in the state. The boys picked up huge wins last week versus number 3 ranked Notre Dame, West Haven, and number 5 ranked Ridgefield. It's culminated in one of the biggest games on the year, a rematch with rival Darien, and NCTV that was there, so let's roll the tape. So the rematch between the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in the entire state, New Canaan and Darien. It started off early, Bryce Leiden with a shot, trying to get the extra effort to go as New Canaan. Then Darien, aggressive on the forecheck, forces a turnover. The shot by Rentz, and it sneaks through Harmon's 5-hole. And he would score that one. Harmon would want that one back, and that would give tons of momentum to the Darien Blue Wave, and the score to remain 1-2-0. Blue Wave on top going into the second. Here to start the second, Darien had a power play, but New Canaan's penalty kill came in clutch. It was a very defensive game from both of these teams, and here New Canaan's defense helped to ignite their offense. Now let's get into some offense. Brendan Harmon wins the faceoff. Wesley shot from the point, goes wide right, but Harmon back there to get the second chance opportunity, and he tips it in. He scores his second career varsity goal for the team, and that was a good goal, giving New Canaan all the momentum, making it 1-2-1 going into the third period. To start out the third, New Canaan with an opportunity on the power play. Pass across from Leiden to Del Carmine, whose shot was blocked by Persinger. And then another opportunity here towards the end of the third. Beginning of the third, Darien takes the shot after winning the faceoff, and they think they have a goal. You can tell from the reactions to the celebration until afterwards they realize that the ref blew the whistle just a bit early. You'll see the puck looked like it was saved by Harmon, sneaked past him. New Canaan thankful for that one. And that would make it 1-1 going into overtime. These teams, no stranger to overtime against each other. Very defensive overtime. And that would see New Canaan with one last opportunity here in overtime, but another block shot by Persinger, and that would do it for this one. New Canaan and Darien have to settle with the 1-1 tie. 53 minutes, not enough to determine the result of this game. We know we'll see each other in a very good FCIAC or state playoff matchup. That not being the outcome the boys wanted, they look to get back up to speed versus Fairfield Prep tonight away at the Wonderland of Ice. So good luck, boys. Boys swim and dive have had a great regular season, ending with an away win last Friday against Danbury and a final regular season record of 5-4. Looking ahead, they compete on March 14th in the state preliminaries and in the state championship on March 6th. Good luck, boys. Now, I'm sure most of you guys have watched the Super Bowl, and lucky for you, NCTV's Beyond the Whistle podcast had their coverage before the big game. Let's take a sneak peek at their most recent episode.
Saquon will get shut down in the Super Bowl.
Really?
I think he's going to go for under 50 yards. I think maybe he'll get one touchdown on the board. I don't think he'll get another. I think the Eagles get a last-minute touchdown. I think the Eagles win 35-31.
So they conquer those demons from 2 years ago?
Exactly. Yeah. I think so. I have Jalen Hurts as the MVP. I think he'll spread the ball out to Goddard, to A.J. Brown. I just think he'll just overall have a good game, but no one on his team will have a good enough game where they could overshadow the quarterback, the playmaker of the game. So I think he's going to get MVP.
Congratulations, Jason, on your correct pick. And NCTV will be back on the mic soon to give you all of their Super Bowl analysis and some March Madness news towards the beginning of March as well. That's all from me here at the desk. But before I go, I want to wish all of our athletes a good luck as the postseason competition approaches. Danielle, Andrew, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, John. And I know I am super excited for break.
Me too, Andrew. And I'm also excited to see what the weather will bring us this week since it's been so cold, especially with that delay this morning. For more on that, we have NCTV newcomer Nick Plasencia appearing in front of the camera for the first time. Nick, what's the weather looking like for the rest of the week?
It's looking pretty cold. Thanks, guys. I am psyched to be in front of the camera for the first time here at NCTV. What's up, NCHS? I'm Nick Plasencia here to give you the rest of the week's weather. I bet our sledders are excited. Last night we did get some snow, which is why we had a little bit of a late start today. But it was great to get some extra sleep in. Brace yourself because today is going to be quite cold. Highs will be in the mid-30s and they will dip down into the high 20s. Shifting to Thursday, it's going to be a tad warmer with a chance of rain and highs in the mid-40s, cooling down to the low 30s. For Friday, temperature is going to back down. Highs will be in the mid-30s, dropping down to the low 20s. Now, let's talk about the weekend. On Saturday, you should expect we're going to get some more snow again. So definitely wear a jacket if you're going outside. The temperature will max out in the mid-30s and bottom in the low 20s. By Sunday, there is a high probability of rain with highs in the high 40s, bottoming out in the low 30s. That's all for this week's weather. Looking into next week, February break, it's still looking pretty cold, but I hope everyone here has a great rest of the week at NCHS. Danielle, Andrew, back to you.
Thanks, Nick. I was definitely psyched this morning when I saw Dr. Lutzie's email for a delay.
Me too, Andrew. Before we go, we would like to wish a very happy birthday to William Flynn and Kelly Vance. Have an awesome day, guys.
And please make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at NCTV78. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, also at NCTV78. And we just hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you to everyone for your support, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already.
Yes, thank you everyone. This is a big accomplishment for NCTV. We leave you now with a song from last night's fun-filled collab concert. Have a great rest of your week, NCHS.